Hi everybody, Scratch Off Ticket Man here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We got our tickets for today. We got Crossword Top Prize, 50 quid. That sounds like a plan. We got Jaws. Who will be next? Top prize, $100,000. That'd be fantastic. Let's get started. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. What a weekend it was. Been watching a lot of the Olympics. Over now. It was closing ceremonies yesterday. What a weekend we had. Just want to do a quick recap on the Olympics for anyone that's missed it. So everyone apparently was an expert on Olympic history, art stuff, because there was all the stuff from the opening ceremonies. Everyone was a genetics expert because of the Algerian boxer. Everyone was an expert on breakdancing because of who was it, Wagon. So there's a whole bunch of things that people are experts on. Throughout the course of the Olympics. Talking about because I got really caught up in the breakdancing. It was pretty crazy, some of the stuff that we were doing. But of the three main things that people were magically experts on over the course of the Olympics, I thought it was really interesting some of the things that people were focusing on. The Algerian boxer, of course, is like one of the biggest ones. People deciding basically. Oh, Canada's on here. People deciding that they can just look at somebody and know if they were born a man or a woman. And then if they think they're wrong, they'll dig deeper and they'll try to find something else that they can kind of pin it on. This is Algerian boxer. There's something going on with apparently with the like a blood work or chromosomes or something like that. I think it's a pretty deep dig to try to find out something about somebody. But anyways, kind of fast forward a couple of days because we went past that, and then we got into the breakdancing, and there was a a competitor by the name, I think it was Rachel Gunn, aka Raygun, which I think is freaking awesome. That's an awesome name to go by. But yeah, during the competition, it was like really like I think it was like the second battle or something, second breakdancing battle, which just sounds awesome to say. Something seemed kind of not right about it. And like because it's new and like me and my buddy like we know nothing about breakdancing. We're like, okay, maybe this is just what it looks like. And yeah, anyways, there was a couple of things that happened, and I'm not saying I know a meme when I see it, but there was a couple of things where I'm like, this is the internet's gonna run wild on this right now. And there's definitely a couple of moves that Raygun pulled off. Specifically, it was kind of like the Three Stooges, like on the ground, kind of like spin thing, and then just like one did like this chin grab thing, and then there was like a snake thing, and then there was like a kangaroo thing. Being from Australia, it's like okay, I get all that. I definitely get at least two or three of those, as far as some cultural references there. But the internet just took off with it, and it's just like, what is she doing? She's ruining the sport. How did she take someone else's spot? What is she doing here? And it's like, did she troll the Olympics? Did she kind of find her way through? Or like, is this actually like, is this the way it's done where she's from? Because maybe it is. Maybe this is the best of the best where she's from in order to qualify and gonna get here. There's a few things I was like, the internet kind of decides what is and what isn't. And then as far as like the internet bullying goes, you know, the Jillian Boxer was up, and then they kind of put that one to bed, and then they picked up like, oh, Raygun's next. Okay, let's. And I just think that she seemed to handle it pretty well, because like the Jillian Boxer, like it definitely sounded like a tough thing to deal with, because people like are really digging in on New Raygun. Like she seemed to be pretty proud of what she did and how she represented herself, and she liked the moves. She liked how she was moving and grooving out there. So it's like I think that takes a lot. But anyways, it's just telling my buddy about it. He made a comment. He's just like, it's just all good fun, and I was like, you know what? But it's like it's really bullying. It really gets down to how the individual can handle this. But a lot of people probably not be able to handle this. Because one of those things, they have that saying, like dance like no one's watching. It's like, if you're dancing and people can see you, they're definitely watching, like 100% they're watching, sort of thing. And a lot of people can be pretty self conscious about that. Like people are self conscious about the way they, the way they look, the way they dress, the way they talk. the way the hair is, like all these things are very self-conscious about it. So they actually go out there and just feel it, just feeling the vibe, sort of thing. So whether Wei Gun is real or not, I want to believe it's real, and I want to believe that she really went out there and she had the time of her life. Because as I've been saying, especially last week, it is not easy getting to the Olympics. A lot of things have to come together in order for anybody to get to the Olympics. For someone to enjoy dancing, and all of a sudden breakdancing is an Olympic sport, and you're in a position where you can actually go and compete and say you were an Olympic athlete, and for someone to look it up and be like, what's going on with the kangaroo hop thing? And it's like, that doesn't even matter. The fact that you got to go and you got to experience all that, that's a pretty huge thing to happen in life. All that being said, shout out to Phil Wizard for taking home the gold for Canada in the first ever breakdancing event in the Olympic Games. That's pretty fantastic. It was pretty good. It's one of those things I don't even know what I'm looking for. Oh, we got the end. The end in Canada. Oh, Canada, I can't believe that's there. I can't believe that's there right now. But yeah, no, taking home the first ever gold in Canada. I will say too, it's interesting seeing the athletes from around the world, because Canada, quite mosaic, if I might say so, as far as how a lot of the athletes look. I think Phil Wizard, I think I said he's Korean. Pretty crazy, pretty crazy. Amazing event though. I thought it was fun. Do I believe it belongs in the Olympics? I don't know. And I can say that. I'm only saying I don't know if it belongs in the Olympics is because there's a lot of, because the more you have to judge somebody, the more it's not technical. I think it gets really tricky because people can kind of like pick and choose what they think is and what isn't, sort of thing. So maybe it's something that needs to be refined as far as like what they want to do going forward with it. But as far as it being something fun and for the fans, and especially for a younger audience, just kind of see it and just, I don't want, I sound really old saying this, but there's something young and hip for younger generation. It can be definitely good that way. I think we just got Canada on this. Just it feels funny, and it also feels very appropriate that we got Canada on this. So I just want to say, let's go down here. Lucky symbol. While I'm thinking about it, I just want to say, congratulations and thank you to all the athletes that did compete in the Olympics this year, because there's a lot of sacrifice to go along in order to do this. And my heart goes out to anybody that got there and like got injured or like something didn't happen. We got Ladybug, we got Coffee, we got Win, we got Bank, we got Key. That's nothing for us on this one, except for Canada. Okay, let's move on. Remember, like and subscribe if you want to help support the channel. We're moving on to Jaw 2. Will be next. Gotta pick up my. I'm walking the American nickel today. Now we got 27. We got 24. We got 43. And we got 8. And we got 3. I will say too, like the momentum and like, where I am, like when I didn't say anything about it last week, but when the Canadian women's soccer team got knocked out, who were they playing? Anyway, we got knocked out, and it just kind of took the wind out of our sails a little bit as far as like the momentum of like being excited about stuff. But then like the next week fired up with all the track stuff, and we talked about the diving. Diving's always funny. It's just like cool. It's getting more and more intense. The idea that like what's high dive gonna look like in another 16 years? It's like they're gonna get in the water and they're not even gonna get wet. They're gonna be so good at diving. It's gonna be ridiculous. The body can only do so much, really, when it gets down to it. God, closing ceremonies. I was really curious to see what we're going on with that. The whole like transformer, like robot Tron Bumblebee thing that kind of came down from the rafters. That was pretty cool. They did a good job getting all that stuff together. It's always a big party. Enjoy the performances. Phoenix played. I haven't heard that name in a super long time. They were good though. They were fun. But I want to say when they threw it to LA because they're taking over in 2028. When they threw it to LA, and then Tom Cruise comes down from like like the rafters in the stadium, and like just does Mission Impossible stuff, and then he gets the Olympic flag, and he like puts on a motorcycle and drives off into like a plane, and then he jumps out of a plane. It was crazy. It was pretty crazy. At the same time, very American the way that they did that. And then they had the Red Hot Chili Peppers play, and then Red Hot Chili Peppers play. It's hard to say that name. I think Billie Eilish and Snoop Dogg came out again. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy, but it was very LA. So I'm curious to see what they kind of do for the opening ceremonies for that in another 4 years, depending on what's going on down there politically. Okay, with enough do. So we got 27, 24, 43, 8, and 3. I still don't have a good system for actually knowing what's here. 27, not seeing it. 24, not seeing it. 43, not seeing it. 8, not seeing it. And 3, not seeing it. I guess I always feel so good about these Jaws tickets. We got Starfish. We didn't get an anchor or anything. We got Starfish again, $50. Are we doing it, everybody? Are we doing it? This is Monday. And Bonox. All right, well, the start to the week is a start to the week. Nothing on Jaws, and we only got, how appropriate was it? We only got Canada on the crossword. Again, congrats and thank you to all the athletes who competed. It's a lot of sacrifice, and everybody that medaled. Congratulations and way to go. Anybody that came in fourth through last, fantastic performance as well. It's tricky. Oh, the other thing that was crazy too was I don't want to bring it up, but one of the marathon ones, because it like turned crazy, like 5,000, and like people started falling down. There's this huge like human accident on the track, and it was crazy. One of those things in life, because you never know when something else might happen. Like you just keep going, because like everybody could have fallen down on like the second time that people started falling. Same with bikes and stuff too. It's like sometimes it's a crash or something. It's like you just gotta keep going. You're never out of it until you're out of it. That's my quote. If I can get that on a t-shirt, you're never out of it till you're out of it. That's what I would put on it. Anyways, hope everyone has an amazing start to their week. That's it. I was just double checking. I got caught looking at these cards again. Hope everyone has an amazing start to their week. See you in the next one. Good luck with that.